So the whole thing with Jason is that he obviously has his own video game, and it's decent. I don't think it's certainly not as buggy as DBD, but it's also not as it doesn't feel as refined or as polished. And I know that the people at Behavior desperately want Jason in their game. I feel like that's part of the reason we never got a campground map. I feel like they designed that already and are just waiting to give it. Wonder where they might have gone. I like breaking this wall immediately because I just find it annoying. But anyway, it goes to the question of what should or would be Jason's power then. And this wasn't my idea. I'll admit it was a YouTuber's idea of the name of which I will say in a moment. Their name was Universe Corn. That's it. They're on a gen already, so let me just scare them off. Oh, what? I forgot I had Blight Serum, damn it. Forgot I had Blight Serum. Yeah, well, that was funny. An electric shock. That red stain on them does make it easier for me to find. She's affected by Starstroke, so she should be terrified of me right now. Yeah, I'm gonna chase her for a bit. So the whole thing with Jason Voorhees, I know damn well that they are dying to get him in their game. And Universe Corn, a YouTuber on the platform, check out his channel and his I'll link his video in the description. He made a concept that I really like for Jason, and I've Blighted Serum again. Cool. And I think it not expose any more shit. I think it works very well for who and what Jason is. It just might need some refinement in terms of patching, or not patching, but balancing. And I think I did that. Be sure to let me know if you think so. But basically, what his power is let me go to it. His Universe Corn's power for Jason is called Vengeful Purpose, and what it allows Jason to simply do is that he can weapon swap at lockers. And we never had a killer like that could do that, and I think that's really unique to Jason. He is a very creative type of person, and he never really kills with the same thing more than once, unless it's his Machete that he's known for. Really now. So what these things, what his weapons would be a shit. I gave her time to. It would be his machete like normal, it would have a short lunge and allows him to perform actions such as vaulting and damaging gens, breaking pallets, and picking up survivors 20% faster. It's basically a speed buff weapon, and I like that. Imagine that plus brutal strength. 40%, that could be sort of scary on Jason. His second weapon would be Fire Axe, a medium lunge. Holding the power button will charge an attack, increasing the lunge and breaking pallets in one swing, while also applying deep wound to survivors you hit. I like it. It's not too strong. It's not too bad either. It's just nice. It's the medium weapon, and that's cool. Ah, shit. I need to not bring Blighted Rush again. Oh, hey, Leon. No one's been James yet. They've added James Sunderland to the game. I'm like, why not be him? It's cool. I like James Sunderland's character. No one's been him yet. It's weird. And last but not least, Jason's final weapon would be a spear. The spear has a long lunge, and holding the power button, aka right click for my PC people, would allow you to be able to throw the spear. Once the spear is out of your hands, you just have your fists and your movement speed. Your movement speed while picking up the spear and after throwing it until you select a new weapon is 4.4. It's decreased by 0.2 meters, and I don't know where I'm going right now. There we go. Thank you, Doctor. Now, I like the idea of the spear, but the problem with it is, it may or may not feel a bit too samey to Huntress's hatchets, so I was thinking of having a bit more skill dynamic involved. And how I thought of doing that was, let me read what I said. And surprise Michaela. Basically, there would be a wind-up animation like Hunter's hatchets, and then there would be a period after you throw where you like heave it, and if you hit anyone in the back, they're instantly downed. But if you hit them in the front or the side, then it just knocks them back a bit, and then they get themselves back up. It also reduces your turn speed significantly. And I think all that is okay. Tell me if you think so or not. Man, you can't just make noises and bleed here. It makes me not to hear you. For the spear, because I just don't want the spear to feel the same as Hunter's hatchets and Deathslinger's spear gun. Technically, the spear, I was mostly going for realism, but the spear gun should like remove all your injuries once you get shot with that thing. In fact, he even did do that to someone in his lore, and in the game he just kind of pulls you along. But whatever. The point was to more so not make it feel the same. So it hurts them and launches them back for like 2-3 meters. And then they have to perform a get up animation that'll take like a second and a half. And that's essentially what Jason's power would be. He would get notifications on when a new weapon will spawn in a locker. The auras of the locker will be revealed to you. It will be white if it's a machete, yellow if it's a what do you call it? Axe. Yellow if it's an axe, and red if it is a spear. Since the spear has potential to be strong, by default, it has a less likely chance to spawn than, say, the machete or the axe. In Universe Corn's own video, he said that he could... Hey, Jay, sorry, I've been lost in thought. I've been, just kind of talking to myself. What's up, man? How are you doing? What the fuck? Don't think I didn't hear that. Hey, dude, let's just fucking die. Thank you. It's okay. I like that you were explaining the game. Not necessarily explaining the game itself, more so explaining the idea of a character in this game. You know Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th? I was thinking of how he would play in this game. That's what I was describing. Or how I would want him to play. I was getting creative. The guy I'm playing now is called the Doctor, and my power is to electrocute people. That makes him harder for it to do their job. I like it. Oh yeah, and Universe Corn's video, his secondary power idea was... Sounds like an evil doctor. He is an evil doctor. Universe Corn's secondary power idea for Jason was that you can pick up... What am I doing here? You can pick up down survivors by the throat and keep them at others. And I just think that's so hilarious. I think that's hilarious. And I would absolutely want that for Jason just because for the sake of expression. Remember Dr. Mario? That guy was evil. No, actually, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. And there's a boot in here. No blessing things in my game. Over there. I had my own idea for a Jason secondary power too, where it would be like a 3-second charge sprint animation, and he would like do like a vicious kick to whoever he's chasing. It would feel similar to Oni's run, but what it would do is it would work sort of like Doomfist's punch, where if they hit anyone, then they have broken. If they hit a wall during that sprint kick, then they would get broken for like 30 seconds. And if they hit a pallet during that, like being sent back 5 or so meters, then they would be down. That was my idea, but we can make it so that it's a red add-on to change from the pick up and throw secondary power to my sprint. It's just for the sake of fun anyway. What are you saying, dude? Oh damn, he was in Super Smash Bros. And GameCube. That would be a good ass idea. Email the creators. I know the creators really, really want to do Jason, they just can't because of licensing. They can't because of like a whole legal debacle that Friday 13th is having. But yeah, that's how I would want them to do it. And it's mostly derived off of another YouTube creator's ideas. I just tweaked it a little bit because for sake of balancing and for fun. I'm just putting my own spin on someone else's thoughts. So I will be making this part of my stream of video on YouTube, and I'll leave a link to his video in the description. Hey, Hatch. I hear Hatch. And close. So the last guy can't get out. And, ideas for perks, because as we know, every killer comes with perks. Ideas for perks was, I'm just gonna explain it like, I'm just gonna explain it as simply as put. I took most of the ideas from Rareth Lynx's channel for a Resident Evil chapter, which Resident Evil ended up happening anyway, but it was Nemesis, not Mr. X, like in their video. And the two other perks are also from Unicorn. God damn it, what the hell is his name again? Universe Corn, gosh. But I reworked how they work. First perk is called Antagonist. Whenever looking in the direction of any survivor, no matter how far away they are on the map, that is performing a healing and repairing action, and he's gone. It's fine. I don't care that much. I think I did well with 3 kills. Antagonist. Whenever looking in the direction of any survivor, no matter how far away they are, that is performing a healing and repairing action, they will receive a skill check, and you will receive an audio cue as well. If they fail it, their outline or aura will be revealed to you for 3 seconds, and this perk has a cooldown of up to 13 seconds. But the catch is that you can never be audio notified by any other means. So if they fuck up a skill check that they just got randomly instead of the one you gave them with their perk, then you just won't get it. You just won't get an audio notification ever. So any rushed vaults, any fast performance lockers, you are no longer notified of those sounds. Only when you give them a skill check. That's the catch of this perk. Scourge Hook Time of Death is Jason's second perk. If there is another survivor within up to 6 meters of a survivor that is hooked on any Scourge Hook, their death timer, the decreasing timer for them to be on a hook, will speed up by 7%. And unhooking someone from a Scourge Hook takes about a second longer than normal, the animation for unhooking. And I took the name Scourge Hook Time of Death from Universe Corn's video, but I changed what it did because of a specific part in the recent Friday the 13th movie in 2010 that I just really liked what he did. He basically he hung up a survivor by a sleeping bag on a tree, and he bear trapped someone that was obviously going to run through to try and get them down. So he used cunning to trap someone else. And we already have a killer that can use bear traps, so I thought, what other way could I express Jason's level of cunning like that? His wits. And I thought of this perk. So like I said, Universe Corn's Time of Death, Scourge Hook Time of Death does something else a little bit, but I reworked it a little bit to match Jason's personality. And last perk, Tunnel Vision, which is a perk I got from Revenant's Resident Evil video. It's that you no longer gain bloodlust in the game. However, when a survivor performs a rushed action within about 9 meters of you, you gain a stackable 0.7% to your movement speed. I had to rework a little bit on how much it was, because this has potential to be strong, and Jason already doesn't really need many buffs. And since this is a teachable perk you can put on anyone else, you may or may not be needed depending on who you're playing as and what build you're running or whatever. So I nerfed it a little bit from Rare with Lynx's video, but I still like it how it is, and I don't think it's that strong or that useless either. I like it. I like how I did Jason. I like how Universe Corn did Jason. I think we did something alright, and I hope Behavior Context does, even though I know they won't.